Y'all fitness here, seen Total Man, you know is down below. Alright, so not the strongest argument against veganism, but still pretty good. The Hodgetwins decide to go ahead and become vegans, right? They decided to give it a try. Vegetarians, vegans, they tried vegetarianism, I believe, right? Turns out, right, after about 60 days of becoming vegan, they lost all kinds of gains. They lost like all their gains, bro. And you can see it on the pictures, right? They even show before and they show an after. Before, where they're looking swole, vascular, strong, full, right? When they're on the meat diet, dairies, and after, when they're looking flat, they're looking lethargic, weak, they're looking flat, they're looking even natural, dare I say it, right? So it doesn't take a brilliant genius to kind of figure out. You don't need to have a bachelor's degree or you know, a higher education to figure out that veganism doesn't work, right? That's just the bottom line. Because at the end of the day, Hodgetwins are running a business. They need what works, right? Sorry, they need what works. I'm gonna beat this guy off the line real quick. Yeah, they need what works. Okay, so they're not gonna go through some fatical, physical sort of dieting approach. It's not gonna work for them. They need their bodies to be in pristine condition all around, because their bodies is their business. Their business, their bodies is their that's what sells. That's why they sell. If they go flat, if they go fluffy, then they lose business, they lose customers, they lose subscribers, they lose money. That's food out of their kids' mouths. You understand? Families and people are being relying on the fact that they remain and that they stay at the tip-top form, tip-top condition. And please believe that it's also a high likelihood that the Hodgetwins are not natural. Let's face the facts for a second. They are into their 40s. I believe they're like 41, 42, right? With the bodies of 20-year-olds. You know, I'm just saying. You know, they ain't no Louis Marco. Take a look at Louis Marco, on the other hand, who we all know is natural, right? I don't know how we know that, but we just know. We know. Don't need to prove it, right? This dude looks a lot different than the Hodgetwins. I'm not saying that the Hodgetwins ain't natural. All I'm saying is it's pretty unlikely that the Hodgetwins are natural, based off of the fact that they need to do, at the end of the day, what works, right? And what works is sometimes you need to take some extra TRT, extra something, to go ahead and boost your testosterone, make sure that it gets to that next level. Because they have an image to maintain. They have an image to maintain, and they need to maintain that image, regardless of who says what says. You know, and their doctor says, hey, I can give you, 200 milligrams or whatever it might be of this test over here, and it'll make it that much easier. Let me tell you something about shredding, okay, just real quick. Okay, in order for you to maintain, how many dudes do you know in the gym who are shredded year-round? Let me just ask you that for just a second, right? How many guys in the gym year-round shredded? Year-round, right? And big. Let's actually do two things. How many dudes are big and shredded? Because I know a lot of dudes who are lean and real shredded, but they're like under 150 pounds, under 155 pounds. I'm talking about a dude over 170 ripped year-round. Who? Ain't nobody. I don't see too many dudes. I see puffy, I see bloated. You got all kind of dudes, but you don't have too many guys who are shredded year-round. Not too many. Who are over 180 shredded year-round. Just don't happen, right? I'm not talking about lean, by the way. I'm not talking about lean. I'm not talking about 12% body fat, 10%. I'm talking about a good, like the Hodgetwins, a good 8 to 10% body fat year-round, right? It just doesn't happen, man. It just doesn't happen. So that's what makes me think that they're not exactly 100% natural. But that's besides from the point. Here's the bottom line. I don't even know why we got onto this topic. The point is we completely got distracted. But the point is, you see the vegan diets, you see what it's all about. The Hodgetwins, they tried it and it failed for them, right? They tried it and it failed, right? Now, they need what works. Bottom line. Here, look. I mean, you could choose it for what it is. What it is. You can choose it for what you want. If you want to go ahead, you want to plow snow with a Nissan Frontier mid-size truck, right? Or you can go with the Ford F-150 and do it right. It's your choice, metaphorically. You see how we did that? Metaphorically, right? I'm just saying, open up your eyes for what it really is. Who are the vegans that's promoting the veganism diet? Are they big dudes? Are they strong dudes? Yes, there are a few big and strong dudes who, by the way, happen to be on steroids. Just by the way, okay? So Yes, can it be done? I don't know, maybe. But what are 99.999% of the big, swole, ripped dudes doing? They're eating meat, eating dairy, eating eggs. The guys who are strong, the guys who have a lot of energy, the guys who are kicking, who are lighting up guys on the field, the guys who are breaking world records, the guys who are just pretty much at the forefront of every physical benchmark that the human species has been part of, has all been doing part to dairy, meat, eggs, stuff like that, right? And very, very rarely, there's one dude that everybody keeps talking about, the Patrick dude, right? One dude that broke a world record. So, oh, that proves veganism. We have a world's strongest man. No. First of all, he's not the world's strongest man. Just because he does, I saw what he did, by the way. Just because he does one yoke walk or whatever it's called, don't make you the strongest man. Just because you win one competition at one time in one situation, that doesn't mean, first of all, it doesn't prove veganism. That's number one. And number two is it doesn't mean that it's the optimal way to train. It just doesn't. You don't know, have no idea how much steroids this guy's on. You have no idea how much tofu this dude is eating. You just don't know. You don't know how many legumes this guy is eating, right? Some of this stuff is just simply not maintainable for the average guy, right? So, fine, maybe a world record title holder can muster the fact, all he does, he eats, sleeps, and thinks and dreams bodybuilding and, strongman, so therefore he can find time in his day to eat nothing but legumes. Maybe. I don't know. Look, the dude figured it out. Is that 99.999% of the strongman community? No. So what does that tell you, man? What does that tell you? You're going to tell me you want me to look at some anomaly and point to him and be like, oh, yo, vegan diets, that's the way to go because this dude is a record holder? Man, get off your soapbox with that. It don't even apply. How about you take a look at guys like Stan Everding, like Eric Spoto, like Scott Mendelson. I'm going to try to put a view on about him. All right, Scott Mendelson. All these dudes who are strong as hell, right? And other dudes, Dan Green, ripped dude. You want to talk Stan Everding, like I said, another really, really strong ripped dude. All these guys, Hathor Beyonce, I don't want to go into whatever. They're all strong, they're all huge, they're all buff, they're all superior in strength. So, bottom line is, meat, dairy, eggs, that's the way to go. Done.